All right, we have our next round of Aiptasia infested rocks added to the Aiptasia grow tank. We've got another giant one. We've got 3 massive ones. This one's all hidden right now. Must be eating. I've been feeding them mysis shrimp and fish food and sometimes reefroids. And we've got the cubes added. I cannot ever remember what they're called, but if you stick around here long enough, you will realize I call everything the wrong thing anyway. I think they're like bio cubes or something. I don't know. But we've got tons and tons of brand new little babies. And this corner right here, I rubbed with a toothbrush the other day. Same with right here. Wait, I'm zoomed in, I can't tell where I am. Oh, here it is. I rubbed with a toothbrush and we ended up with all these brand new little babies. I basically come in here every hour or so to check and see if we've got any new ones. But here's what we're starting with. All right, we're continuing the tour of the Berghia operation. So here we've got the science parts. We are printing those biocubes. This is not my part of the operation. I think these like hold bacteria. We're hoping to get the Aiptasia moved onto them so we can spread them into other tanks. We have several Aiptasia tanks. We've got another little printer over here, all of our filaments, a Tom Love microscope, and an Amscope microscope. This is what we're using to make sure that there is no amphipods on the printed items before we transfer them over to the Berghia tanks so that they don't eat the eggs. That's the science part of the house. And then we have the construction part. This tank is currently being plumbed. It's 120 gallon. That's going to be one of the Aiptasia tanks. Over here we have the shelf where the lighting will go in up here and we'll have the Berghia tanks here. This is currently our quarantine tank. He was living in the Aiptasia tank, but as far as we could tell, he was eating the Aiptasia. So he's been moved down here to the quarantine tank to make sure he has no lingering Aiptasia on him before he moves up to our 75 gallon. And one of the issues that we were having in the Aiptasia tank is we have so many of these guys in there. So whenever we can catch them and grab them, we bring them down to our arrow crab. When we got him, he was maybe an inch tall. And now, can you tell his size? He's massive. I don't even know if that's a good indicator, but he spans about the size of my hand. He's huge. And he's just having his dinner right now. And finally, the remainder of the construction area where Scott is doing construction. This is our pile of stuff that we've bought used, and it gets sorted out at the sorting table. This is going to be one of the Aiptasia tanks, so it's getting plumbing. What is it getting? A filter and an air stone and some lights.
No air stone, just a filter.
Oh, just kidding, no air stone. Like I said, this is not my part of the operation. It's getting a filter and a light, and one of the Aiptasia seeding rock will go in here so that we can get this whole thing covered with Aiptasia. Okay, I thought I was done with the tour, but apparently I was not. This is where the RO water comes out, where we make salt water, where we clean socks. I actually don't know all that happens down here because my domain is upstairs. I just thought we better do another quick check-in to see if there's any new Aiptasia. I'm very proud of this one because I can lift this piece off and that Aiptasia will go into its own tank now. And it can start seeding an Aiptasia tank. We've got a long way to go before we have enough to start feeding them to our breeders.